Kyle Busch's future in NASCAR is becoming an increasingly debated topic, as signs point to the possibility of his retirement from full-time competition in the near future. The two-time Cup Series champion has enjoyed a storied career marked by success and resilience, but with changing dynamics within the sport and his own evolving priorities, speculation continues to build. Whether he chooses to step away entirely or explore new opportunities with a different team before hanging up his helmet, Busch's next move could have significant implications for both his legacy and the NASCAR landscape. Kyle Busch, a two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, has long been recognized for his competitive spirit and relentless pursuit of victory on the track. However, as his son Brexton Busch continues to ascend in the racing world, Kyle's focus has increasingly shifted towards supporting and nurturing Brexton's burgeoning career. This evolving dynamic has sparked discussions about the veteran driver potentially retiring from full-time Cup Series competition in the near future. Kyle has been candid about his aspirations for Brexton's future, revealing a detailed vision for how their racing schedules might align as his son grows older. Back in 2023, Busch shared his ideal scenario, where he would retire from Cup racing by the time Brexton turns 15. His plan would involve a transitional year competing in the Truck Series before sharing a truck with Brexton when the younger Busch reaches the eligible age of 16. This phased approach reflects Kyle's dedication to providing Brexton with hands-on guidance and opportunities to learn from his father's vast experience. Speaking recently at the Chili Bowl Nationals, where both father and son competed, Busch reiterated his commitment to prioritizing Brexton's racing endeavors. "I am going to work on his schedule and see if I can find any weekday races. But obviously it's got to fit with Brexton because he's the primary race schedule besides my NASCAR race schedule," Busch said. His comments underscore a notable shift in priorities, with his son's development taking precedence over his own racing aspirations. Busch's strategy for Brexton includes exposing him to a variety of racing disciplines, combining dirt and pavement racing to build a versatile skill set. Drawing parallels to drivers like Kyle Larson, who excelled in both NASCAR and dirt racing, Busch believes that this diverse approach will prepare Brexton to succeed regardless of the path he ultimately chooses. However, Kyle has made it clear that NASCAR remains the primary goal for his son, necessitating a strong foundation in pavement racing. As Kyle Busch navigates the latter stages of his illustrious career, the prospect of stepping back to focus on Brexton's growth looms larger. With Brexton's talent already evident at just 9 years old, it's clear that the younger Busch has the potential to follow in his father's footsteps. For Kyle, the transition from driver to mentor and supporter could mark the next chapter in his journey, ensuring the Busch legacy continues to thrive in motorsports. Richard Childress Racing could face significant challenges if Kyle Busch decides to retire from full-time NASCAR Cup Series competition in the coming years. Busch, who joined RCR in 2023, brought not only his on-track talent, but also his extensive experience, leadership, and commercial appeal to the team. His departure could leave a void that impacts RCR both competitively and financially. Busch's departure would mean RCR loses one of the most accomplished and aggressive drivers in the Cup Series. With over 60 career wins and 2 championships, Busch's ability to elevate the team's performance and challenge for victories consistently is invaluable. His deep understanding of car setups, race strategy, and adaptability across different tracks has been a major asset for RCR, and filling that gap with another driver of his caliber would be no easy task. Busch's star power extends beyond the racetrack, making him a highly marketable figure for sponsors. His personality, coupled with his loyal fan base, attracts major brands looking to capitalize on his wide reach and strong presence in the sport. If Busch retires, RCR may struggle to retain or attract sponsors who were specifically drawn to the team because of his involvement. Without a high-profile replacement, the team could face financial setbacks that impact its ability to remain competitive at the highest level. Within the organization, Busch has served as a mentor to younger drivers, providing insights and guidance that only a seasoned veteran can offer. His wealth of experience and feedback have been crucial for RCR's development in recent seasons. Without his leadership, the team could face growing pains as it looks to cultivate new talent and maintain a competitive environment. Since Busch's arrival, RCR has been working toward returning to championship contention, with his presence signaling a new era of competitiveness for the team. If Busch steps away, it could derail RCR's long-term vision, forcing the organization to rethink its driver lineup, development strategy, and overall direction. Busch's influence isn't limited to the Cup Series. His presence also boosts RCR's reputation in the NASCAR Xfinity and Truck Series through his involvement with Kyle Busch Motorsports. If Busch focuses solely on his son Brexton's career, his connection to RCR's broader racing operations could diminish, affecting talent pipelines and development efforts across multiple series. In summary, Kyle Busch's potential retirement would leave RCR with a significant challenge in maintaining its recent resurgence. While the team has a storied history and strong infrastructure, replacing a driver of Busch's caliber, both on and off the track, would require strategic planning and careful execution to avoid a setback in performance and market appeal. Kyle Busch could potentially leave Richard Childress Racing to return to either Joe Gibbs Racing or Hendrick Motorsports before retiring, depending on several factors that could influence his career trajectory. A return to Joe Gibbs Racing could make sense given Busch's deep history with the organization. Despite his departure in 2022 due to sponsorship challenges, JGR remains one of the top teams in NASCAR, consistently fielding competitive cars. If JGR finds itself in need of an experienced and proven driver, Busch could be an attractive option, especially with his familiarity with the team's operations, personnel, and Toyota's racing program. The recent crew chief change at JGR, with Chris Gabehart moving to competition director and Chris Gale taking over as crew chief for the numbered 11 car, could indicate a shifting strategy within the team that may open the door for Busch's return. Additionally, with Denny Hamlin's future at JGR uncertain due to sponsorship changes, Busch might see an opportunity to step back into a familiar seat. Alternatively, a move to Hendrick Motorsports would be a homecoming of sorts, as Busch began his Cup Series career with the team in 2004. While his departure from Hendrick was marked by tensions, both parties have matured, and Busch's experience could benefit Hendrick's younger drivers like William Byron and Alex Bowman. Hendrick's continued dominance in the Cup Series, combined with Busch's hunger for wins, could make this an appealing option if a seat becomes available, especially if an aging driver like Bowman or Chase Elliott were to leave, or if Hendrick looks for a proven veteran to mentor their rising stars. Key factors that could prompt Busch's departure from RCR include a lack of competitive results, internal team dynamics, and Busch's personal priorities, such as focusing on his son Brexton's racing career. If RCR fails to provide him with a car capable of competing for wins and championships, Busch may seek an opportunity elsewhere to end his Cup career on a high note. Ultimately, Busch's future hinges on his desire to remain competitive and how team openings align with his long-term goals. Whether he stays with RCR or moves back to JGR or Hendrick, his decision will likely be influenced by his pursuit of performance and his evolving commitments off the track. As Kyle Busch approaches the twilight of his career, his next steps will be shaped by a balance between his competitive drive and his dedication to his family. Whether he remains with RCR, returns to JGR, or reunites with Hendrick Motorsports, Busch's legacy as one of NASCAR's most accomplished drivers is firmly established. His influence on the sport extends beyond his on-track success, as he continues to mentor young talent and support his son Brexton's racing aspirations. Regardless of what the future holds, Busch's passion for motorsports ensures his impact will be felt for generations to come.